today I'm going to be showing you how to replace an air compressor on a 2003 Lincoln Navigator, which is located right here underneath the washer fluid reservoir and this headlight. The first step you want to take is to remove these three nuts that are located right here, down there, and there's one back there in that corner. You can't really see. You're going to want to grab a 1/2 socket to remove all three. Now you're going to want to grab a couple extensions to reach behind the washer fluid reservoir. Now you have to take your extension and snake it back through these hoses back here and try to find that nut all the way back there. Okay, once you get your tool back there, it's going to find that it's all the way back there. It's really hard to find, but it's the only thing that's going to prevent you from taking your fluid out. Alright, so once you get all three nuts out, you'll be able to move this around and pull it out of place. But remember, you still have two connectors connected right there that we have to remove next. So this connector right here has a top, I guess you could say, release. You pull that, you press that one in, pull it out. But this one, on the other hand, you're going to need a little bit of a flathead screwdriver to pry it out from the side. After you remove both of your plugs, you can now pull your washer fluid reservoir. So I pulled mine out. You can keep these wires, these hoses connected, and you could just set it on top of the battery. Now we have access to our air compressor, and we could release this with 1, 2, and 3 nuts. To remove the bolt on the air compressor, you're going to need a 10mm socket. Okay, so I'm going to remove this top one first. Next, I'm going to remove this bolt down here. To get this last bolt out, I'm going to use a universal joint and a little extension. Alright, it's out. Okay, we have all three nuts loose, and I just want to point out one thing. Sometimes these air compressors like to leak straight out of here. So what you can do is take some soap and water, spray it, and if it's leaking, then you know you have either a bad seal between your dryer and your compressor, or you may just want to replace your whole compressor. Okay, we have 2 more steps. We have to remove the air hose and the electrical connector down there. You can see. To remove the air hose, all you can do is press forward on the little metal tab here and pull back on the hose at the same time. Once you have your hose free, it's always a good idea to check to see maybe if it's been crushed or improperly, and just to clean it. Okay, so I've pulled the air compressor out, but we still have to remove these electrical fittings over here. To remove our connection, there are 2, I guess, releases on both sides. So make sure to see those, one on there, one there. And all you're going to do is pull back on both sides and pull out. Alright, and just like that, our air compressor is free. Okay, our final step is to remove these T20 hex screws out of the bracket that's holding our air compressor. Most kits just send you the air compressor and you have to reuse your bracket.